No knock at the door for me today. Unlucky, Mart. Unlucky. Keep trying. So I done 4 crosses last week. I usually do one, a freebie, if I have a freebie. Looks like 2. That's because I backed up each cross with another one, like 1 pixel away, just in case I was lucky enough to win. So nobody else gets, if there's a tiebreaker, I'd get the nearest. Yes, I wasn't sure about last week, as you know, but Chutney did call this one. He did say it's not going to be higher than that roof line. He'd be rolling, and he was spot on. Now, I was only 4 pixels out on the vertical there. However, I was about 150 pixels out on the on that one, top to bottom, way out on that one. So yeah, I should have gone a lot lower, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. Too late now, wasn't it? Let's have a look at the judges, see how they come to that conclusion. Here we are then, here's the judges, and we have this week, 8 judges, and Matt's in charge. So, what we got here then? Yes, now see, some did go further to the left than we did, and yet it still worked out evenly. And there's 5 below the roof line, 3 above the roof line. So bit of a mixed bag. You can't really take any out there, can you? I mean, there's none that's miles away from the cluster. It's quite a spread out cluster, but it's evenly spread. Then, should we say? The majority seem to have seen him. This fella looking, Leo DiCaprio looking steeper. And 1 or 2 did see him looking further to the left. So, yeah, not a lot I can say about that. They're all roughly within the same gist, and I mean, everybody sees these differently. I remember a couple of weeks ago, somebody said is one of the players' eye lines. Oh, he's definitely looking at that angle. So I went back and had another look to see if I'd missed something. I thought, well, he's definitely not. But that's just the way it is. That's the way different people, interpret a picture, different way they see it. Yeah, I can't see him taking any out there. Let me skim up to the end and see what happens. No, they haven't taken any out. They've left it exactly where it is. I didn't think they could really. There's none there that's off far, far enough out from the rest of them. Right, let's have a look at this week's, because I've just chucked a cross in there quickly. Alright, that's what I am. That's my first cross of the week so far. I've no idea if that's anywhere near the right spot or not. That's just quickly chucked in there. On the basis of, when I look at this fella's pupils, he looks to me as though he's looking vertical. His pupils look as though he's looking straight up. But I'm not convinced the judges are going to do that. They're not going to. Some will, but I think some will go more by the angle of his head and go further to the left. So on that basis, I've avoided going straight up. On the basis that some are going to go to the left, and I've tried to go in the middle there. This fella down here, draw a line. If I draw some lines from Gollum's eyes, there. To me, he's looking in that sort of direction, and that's sort of where I intersected this fella there. So yeah, as much as I look at his eyes there, and you can see his pupil, like it's all white underneath, and it's just like a black disc on the top. From the picture, it looks like he's looking vertical, but I don't think all the judges will sort of look at that. They'll just sort of look at the angle in his head. So some will go vertical, some will go to the left. So like I said, I know I'm repeating myself now, but I've tried to go sort of in between the two. And yeah, this guy with a ferret face, I've drawn lines directly from his eyes as best I could there, really. So that's my first cross of the week then. Is 2933732. I'll put that in the comments as the first one. So I'd appreciate if you left a coordinate for this week, guys. We'll make another video on Saturday and see how our average looks. But I mean, looking at the picture, there's no other players to go by. We've only got these 2 players to go by. And this fella on the right doesn't look like he's jumping anywhere. I can't quite figure out what he's doing, in fact. I've been having problems this week with the BOTB website. On Sunday, I did the daily spin of the wheel, and it gave me free car tickets, but I didn't have any. So I sent an email off, and I knew nobody'd see it until Monday. And then yesterday morning, somebody came back and said, "Yeah, we've sorted it now." So I went on the site, and they weren't there. So I fired it off, a reply, and said, "No, you haven't. It's still not there." So they said, "Okay, have another go. Click on this link." So I clicked on the link, and something popped up for about a second. It said you won 4 tickets for the Renault E-Tech. That disappeared, and there was no sign of any tickets. So I fired that back again. I had a reply today saying, "Definitely there now. We've made sure we've put them there." But they're still not there. So I've replied again and said, "Well, they're still missing. There's no sign of them. I'm clicking on the links that you're providing me, but there's still no sign of these tickets." So now they've escalated it to the relevant department, which I thought, in theory, if they spend 2 days looking at it, they are the relevant department. But anyway, it's no massive, there's no loss to me. It's no money involved. I haven't spent anything. These are just a couple of free tickets. So, it takes as long as it takes to sort out. What else we got? Revcomps. Oh, no, we discussed this earlier on in the week. Well, last Saturday. No, it's very rare I play the live draws these days, and if I do, it's only one for the cash ones. But this week, I was overly tempted. So I had one on this BMW, 60,000 cash alternative, one for this camper, which unusually, I mean, the BMW is 29% sold, the T-Roc is 36% sold, the camper is on its last chance already. So that's been really popular this week. Everybody's loving that. So I've got 3 on Thursday's row. And then next Monday, I've just gone for the Ferrari. Because it's cheap tickets. It was 110,000. I wouldn't have many tickets because it's 60,000 tickets. But, got to be in it, haven't you? So I just had the one ticket on there. And I only done that today. Vehicle auto draws. You'll know they've wound this right. You'll notice that they've wound this right down. There's just nothing there anymore. But they did put, and even that's gone now. Where's that gone then? There was an Aston Martin on it earlier on, because I bought a ticket on it. That's gone. Can't find that anywhere. And that was ended on Friday. Well, I don't know what's happened to that then. They must be updating it or something. Who knows? Who knows? Right. Let's have a look at some of the other sites. Because the giveaway guys have got Jackson. Jackson, the stunning Fort Worth custom camper van and £5,000 cash. Now, I like the look of Jackson. There's pound off tickets at the moment. They're $2.95. And I do like the inside. Apart from that, that rubber ring, the life buoy thing, life belt thing, that would have to go. I mean, I don't mind the rest of it. It looks quite nice, bright and airy, nautical. But that is a bit too camp. So that's the first thing that I'd have to throw out if I won this van. Other than that, I think it looks great inside. That's the best view of it there. Look, it's got TVs already built in. Nice shower, toilet, double bed in the back, storage space underneath. Yeah, I like the van, apart from that gay icon at the back. But yeah, it looks a damn nice van, that. Yeah, I fancy that. Yeah, I'm going to win that this month. And what I noticed today as well on Aspire comps is they've got a doubler. A Swift Escape 684 luxury 4-berth motorhome and a Toyota tow car plus £1,000 cash getting drawn next Wednesday. No, 28th of July is next Monday. 22 pence a ticket. haven't noticed yet. Oh, 646,000 tickets available. But it's worth a quid, isn't it? Someone's got to win it. So chuck a quid on it, have 5 tickets. Or maybe 10. But yeah, it's a nice package, that. But I wouldn't normally play for something like this because I think that's something like 7.8 meters long or something like that. That's a hell of a length. And if you were going to hitch this car up at the back and tow that with an A-frame or a bar, something like that, the thing's going to end up at about 11, 12 meters. That's a hell of a length to be lugging around. But it does make sense in that you can use if you're going somewhere for a weekend, at an event or a festival, you could just park up and you wouldn't need to take the car. But if you were going, somewhere for a week, you could park that on the campsite, take the car with you, and then use it as a runabout. So that would be, it would work in that situation. But yeah, that's it. That's what I've gone for this week. That's what I'm on. I don't know what happened to that Aston Martin. That's just vanished. And I had a ticket on that. It was that or cash alternative of 25,000 because it was a 19-year-old Aston Martin. Anyway, in the meantime, let me know how you got on, guys, because a few of you went lower than that roofline. Like I said, I wasn't. I was above it. And leave a coordinate for Saturday. We'll make another one. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of the week, everybody, and good luck.